victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, as we see a team who left LA take on a team who came back home. It's the Rams and the Silver and Black, next on Madden Football.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Las Vegas Raiders. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number two.
Vegas. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB and his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
A seasoned veteran. We're seeing more chapters being added in Stafford's decorated career. Secured a Super Bowl ring, remains a respected leader, and his stats, they're better than ever. Now we just continue to watch him climb the ranks of the NFL's all-time passing leaders.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Pollard again. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Swinging this out for Pollard. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Throwing is Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Fourth down, and we go from one mat to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Second down and 7. They'll drop to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Cooper Kupp deep for L.A. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defense in front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gonna run again here with Pollard. A little juke. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping the second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the lineman is just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a give here to Pollard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Stafford. And he's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the...
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now a first carry for their fullback. And Johnson works his way in for a Las Vegas touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. So now Stafford and the Rams down 20-13, just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Stafford now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now it's Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
This was. What an atmosphere this was, and the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
Your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake.
It's a win here for the Cleveland Browns, and it's thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, Charles. That's one Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.